drop the land. Stop being evil, I would tell that land. Are we really in need or is Greek the new need? I'ma tell you like somebody told me, stay awake to the ways of our no cream. Cause cash don't rule everything around me. Kids need juice like toxic juice. Smoke on juice from toxic fruits. To find our own cool who makes these rules. The cycle of hate, generation of rage. Get our minds off the case, break in, so chase. Stress, I'm ready to push you. Top hits, baby, play presented off the coffee shop. Stop nicotine, leaning out of wrong.
Gone off that sugar and full of that juice. What are we feeding these youth? Gone off that sugar and full of that juice. What are we teaching these youth? Gone off that sugar and full of that juice. What are we feeding these youth?
What's going on, Calvin? How y'all doing?
What are we teaching these youth?
Loading up some things real quick.
Headphones on with the nonsense voice, and when they speak nonsense noise.
You got some stuff to talk about, Miss Porto. What's going on? I want to talk about what's going on. Actually, I shared an article on my page about yeah, somebody I guess they got tired of me not having no music, so they made a song about me. How cool is that?
Disappointed and they tired of being low and not having the right tools to make them grow because the parents don't know it.
Instagram don't want to lie over here.
What are we feeding these youth? Gone off that sugar and full of that juice. What are we teaching these youth? Gone off that sugar and full of that juice. What are we feeding these youth? Gone off that sugar and full of that juice. What are we teaching these youth? So gone.
Yeah, I want to talk about some stuff that's going on around the country, and I just want to put some points to it and let people know what does it all mean. You know, what's up with these people talking about affordable housing? We need affordable housing. We need affordable housing. Let the builders build. So I wanted to talk about that. Hold on one second. Let me see. Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Gone off that sugar and full of that juice.
What is a watch party? I don't know what a watch party is. Apparently I just did it.
What are we teaching these youth? Gone off that sugar and full of that juice.
Y'all want to talk about this affordable housing? Y'all share this video for me. I've been gone for a minute. I ain't been on here.
The State of the Union, the State of the Union. Stop being evil, I would tell that land. Are we really in need or is Greek the new need? I'ma tell you like somebody told me, stay awake to the ways of the world. No cream, cause cash don't rule everything.
We'll talk about affordable housing, y'all. We'll talk about what's going on. What does all this stuff mean that's happening in the news that people talking about? Chuck Hicks, what's going on? Mr. Wiley, what's going on, family? Danielle, how you doing? Hey, what's going on, brother? Y'all share this video. I ain't been on in a while, so I want to try to make some sense for people out of some of the stuff that's happening. You know, every now and then I might blur out a little bit of it and talk about things that's going on, but I haven't had time to do a YouTube live in a long time. YouTube family, how y'all doing? Where y'all at? Type in on there where you from, where you at, city and state, country.
Education, gentrification, automation, hydraulic slave true empowerment, I hope deferred over what's preferred, true spoken words, at your own pace, destroy the rat race, slaves drink, don't play your face, fantasies what they want, reality's what they need, music changing lives, so laugh straight out the eye, so stop being blind and see right through, connect with positive social groups, find a cause that's important to you. Stop over-sexualizing these youth. Lead from example, they watching you. Disappointed and they tired of being low and not having the right.
Y'all share this video.
Parents don't know it. Yes, it shows.
People always asking me to send the invites and stuff because they don't ever know when I'm going live. And you know, I just honestly, I hadn't been going live a lot lately because I've been doing a lot of stuff out here. Y'all know I'm still in Atlanta, Georgia. My tour is going very well. I've been traveling the country, staying in a lot of places. You know, the reason why I'm in Atlanta so much is because this is like ground zero for Black people moving here. We got ground zero for gentrification going on all around the country. You know, things happening in gentrification where Black folks are being pushed out of California, New York, you know, all these different places. But Atlanta's kind of like ground zero. This is where a lot of people are moving to. So that's why I'm out here. You know, it's a lot of money being made. So I wanted to put the pieces together for those of y'all who need a better understanding of what's going on and why you hear me always talking about the trades and why you hear me always talking about investments and things like that, and why I talk about college so much. So we about to go into it, you know. Somebody sent me a video today about a brother going in hard about these celebrities. We need to start going to more Black colleges and things like that. People who don't know what's going on will always say stuff like that because that's all they do know. Why are we helping Black colleges? But I ain't gonna go into that right now. Like I said, Black colleges is on their way out, y'all. I give them about another 5 years. They dismantling Black HBCUs all over the country, flooding them with white teachers, flooding them with white students, you know, buying up the neighborhood, white people buying up the neighborhoods around the colleges, the white colleges, the Black colleges, converting them over. So HBCUs got more problems than what y'all talking about, what most people thinking about. So anyway, I want to talk about affordable housing. What is going on with affordable housing, y'all? What does that mean? People like, what's up with this affordable housing, TJ? I want to talk about that. I even made a couple of notes because I was talking to some people. I was in College Park, Georgia today at a school called man, what is the name of that school? I can't even think of the name of the school, y'all. What is the name of that school? Let me raise this up over here. What's up, little bro? I was in I was at Camp Creek Middle School today. Alicia Irving, how you doing? Calvin, what's going on? Walter, how you doing? Reginald, how you doing? Chan, what's going on, family? Shadell, how you doing? Amanda, how you doing? So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was at Camp Creek Middle School today. I got invited to come out there and talk with our young people and some of the educators, because guess what? The teachers have been listening to me and they have been rallying the school to put back in the trade. So they put back into the roster of the school day into a middle school wood shop. Y'all know wood shop is a pathway for construction. So that's a major win in the public speaking realm for me of what I've been talking about. Apparently my followers are listening and they going into the schools, letting them know we got power, and we telling the teacher, the school people, this is what we want. Forget what we need, what you think we need. This is what we want for our young people, because everybody ain't going to college. So we need to teach these young people some construction skills, teach them how to work with the wood and things like that. So I was very happy to hear that. So of course I came. You know what I'm saying? I had to go be there to see that because we're making history. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I did that today. Had a great time talking about the book, talking about the things you can do with wood. You know, for those of y'all who don't know, if you know how to if you had a basic wood shop in school, wood, you can make doors with wood. You can make cabinets for a house. So if you never made cabinets, if you never bought cabinets for a house, then let me tell you, you know, depending on how much the house costs, cabinets can be upwards of $12 to $100,000, $200,000, $1 million worth of cabinets in the house, depending on the cost of the house. Where's the house at? Cece, how you doing, family? Y'all share this video up for me. I appreciate it if y'all do. You know, cabinets can be cabinets are very expensive. So I want to paint the picture for y'all of what's going on. Give me a second here. Yeah, I want to paint the picture for y'all of what is so relevant about them putting a cabinet, putting a wood shop back into a junior high school. One, we got a lot of junior high schoolers dropping out of school all over the country. See, that's stuff that we don't necessarily talk about. But because I'm always up into the schools, I talk to a lot of educators. A lot of people who follow me are educators because they want to give good information to their students. So when I say something, you know, they tend to listen and go back and teach these children because they see their hands, boots on the ground. Our teachers got boots on the ground. They see what's happening to our young people that's dealing with this school to prison pipeline. And they're saying that a large amount of them are dropping out in junior high school. So therefore, they ain't going to college. They ain't thinking about college. All they saying is, look, we need to eat today, so we ain't going to school no more. They're going to drop out. You know, we got people doing drugs, prostitution, selling drugs, doing prostitution. Some of them doing pimping the young ladies at the school, all in an effort to make money. But the solutions for the school is, oh, y'all need to stay in school so y'all can go to college. So anyway, I'm going to move on and I'm going to paint this picture of affordable housing, and I'm going to try my best to tie it in to where everybody can understand what's going on. Okay, so I took some notes, y'all. I actually took the time out and made some notes about the topics, about what I want to talk about. I didn't put them in order, so let me kind of glance at it real quick. Y'all share this video for me real quick. I appreciate it. Mayadi, how you doing? Jeffrey, how you doing, fam? Grasshop, what's going on, good brother? So I want to talk about affordable housing. I want to talk about what are you seeing in the news that you're wondering, what is really going on with this affordable housing? What's going on with these tariffs? What's going on with Donald Trump and his wall? What's going on with all this homelessness that they keep talking about? Why is the Hispanics and all of these things with this wall so important to Donald Trump? I'm gonna kind of break this down for y'all. We got to start with Donald Trump's background. What does Donald Trump do for a living? Donald Trump's a developer, family. Donald Trump owns hotels, golf courses, and he's building custom homes all around the world, and they all have his name on it. If you're in California, you need only go down to Palos Verdes, California, and you can look at Donald Trump has an amazing golf course out there and has some multi-million-dollar homes sitting on the golf course right now. So if you're in California, but all over the country, you'll see hotels and all kind of stuff. I was in Vegas looking at a super amazing hotel out there. And of course, he got amazing stuff in Florida. He got amazing stuff all over the country, family. You need only go look. I was in front of a Donald Trump hotel with gold letters on. All his hotels got gold letters on it, if you hadn't noticed that. I was in New York last year about this time, and I was at checking out another one of his hotels with gold letters on it on Wall Street, or was I on Broad? I think it was on Broad Street in New York, in Manhattan. Let me do this. Manhattan, where all the whales operate at, y'all. King Getty in the building. Linda, how you doing? So what was going on? What's going on? Let me break down what's going on in the news. What make it so important that you guys need to know? What's going on? Why is this big push about affordable housing in the news? I want to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the shootings going on as well. Ray, how you doing, family? Y'all share this video for me. If y'all looking for my information to book me for a speaking engagement, some people always ask about donations. They like what I'm doing. They want to support. So that Cash App is on my Facebook page if you're interested in that, as well as the website if you're interested in buying my book, Monetizing Gentrification. That's also on the Facebook page right there at the top if you're interested in doing that. But affordable housing, let's talk about it. So we started off, Donald Trump is a land developer. He builds custom homes and hotels and golf courses in communities all around the country. So what does that got to do with what's going on? Donald Trump's a land developer, family. He's into construction. So if you look around the country, you see construction going on everywhere. So when you have construction, it's a lot of money to be made. Okay, so what's going on? What do I mean it's a lot of money to be made? There's a lot of everything that got to do with construction has everything to do with the trades. We're talking about carpentry skills. We're talking about welding. We're talking about plumbing. We're talking about drywall. We're talking about hanging windows. We're talking about HVAC systems. We're talking about concrete, masonry. We're talking about gardening, putting plants and palm trees and grass everywhere, sod. So oh, there's no share button on there. Let me see. See, I didn't mess with something new that I don't know nothing about. I'm doing a watch party, as they call this thing. I hope maybe you got to invite to your friends, I guess. Watch party. See, I'm just pushing buttons, don't know what I'm looking at. I just know every time I'm on Facebook, I see something about a watch party. Shanice, how you doing? Hadrian, what's going on? Rashonda, how you doing? Annette, how you doing? Share it if y'all can, or invite your friends out for it. So what's going on? I appreciate y'all for taking the time out to do that. So what's going on is, think about yourself in business. If you're a business owner and you planning on making a major power move when you become president, and your goal gonna be as a president, you want to open the door up so where your business can make more money, right? So again, I say it again, Antonio, how you doing, family? When President, what's his name in them? The Reagans was in, not the Reagans, but the Bushes was in office. Remember, gas used to be 99 cents back in the days. Then all of a sudden, gas jumped up to $5 a gallon. Elkie, how you doing, family? But before Bush was out of office, gas had hit $5 a gallon. And everybody was wondering what happened. George Bush opened the door up for his family to make trillions of dollars before he got out of office, ensuring generational wealth for his children, his grandchildren, his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren's grandchildren, that they'll all be trillionaires because of the power move that he did when he was president. Y'all hear what I just said? He opened the door up to make sure that gas prices skyrocketed because the Bush family is about that oil. They all oil. That's an oil family, right? So Donald Trump's doing the same exact things. They're going back, fixing the system that's affecting the what do you call it? The Make America Great people, the guys that ride around shooting up the communities with the flags in the back of their truck. They opening the door to make it good for them. So what are they doing? Let's talk about it. Fred, what's going on, family? What are they doing? They come up with this thing called, you hear about them fighting with China with the tariffs, right? Okay, what's going on in China? China makes the majority of things that America uses. So there is a lot of people, manufacturers here in America, that can't make no money because China's making all the money. All the big manufacturing is going on in China. So you have a lot of European Make America Great guys living here in America that are from here in America that manufacture that can't make any money because China's making all the money. So number one goal on the list, get rid of the competition, shut China out so we can turn around and start manufacturing. So the good old boys can make money themselves here in America instead of seeing all that money going over to China, right? So that's what that's all about. That's why he's arguing with China. You know what I'm saying? Cutting them off. He's cutting China off of the American nipple. You know what I'm saying? I call it America's been breastfeeding China for a long time. And America saying it's time we feed our own family and take care of ourselves. Okay, so now what's going on? Of course, China makes a lot of building products. America saying we want to make our own building products. We don't want y'all controlling the market. Oshun, how you doing? Wasn't even gonna try that first name. I didn't want to get clowned, say the wrong name. So anyway, so that's what's going on with the tariffs in China. Now what's going on dealing with China? So now what's also going on, it's also dealing with the people here in America, all the American, all the corporations that are here in America, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Toyota, Nissan, Honda, all these major corporations, all of the corporations that are not American made are having problems. They're being pushed out. They saying, America's saying, look, we want to give our corporations the opportunity to make real money. Y'all been making trillions of dollars off of us. Now y'all buying up the world, China, Japan, and all these people, and we don't have the financial hold like we used to because we owe y'all all the money. So America said, we're going to fix that. So it ain't that Donald Trump is the one in office that's losing his mind. It's that it's a part of this is all a strategy. So I always tell people it's not about who's president. The presidency is like a train, family. It's like the conductor of a train, right? We may have a different conductor, but no matter what, the train is still going to go. All the tracks is laid in the same direction. So it don't matter who driving the train, it's going to go the same way. So Donald Trump being president, they already decided a long time ago, we need to cut all these other people out and bring the money back home. So who can we find that's crazy enough to go in there and do it? Donald Trump said he wants to do it. Okay, cool. No worries. He'll go in there and get rid of all the competition. Delilah, LeVar, how you doing, family? How y'all doing? So Donald Trump's getting, this is a washout. They're eliminating all the competition right now. So what else I got over here? So now you got Mercedes-Benz just opened up in Atlanta, Georgia. They just moved this major corporation to Atlanta, Georgia last year in 2018. They moved out to Smyrna, which is the edge of Atlanta, Georgia. Jamie, how you doing, family? LeVar, what's going on? Yeah, so Mercedes-Benz just moved there. Toyota Motor Corporation just moved to Plano, Texas. A lot of y'all been following that, but there are a whole lot of other corporations that's moving all over the country. I just saw when I was in College Park, Georgia today, I saw a brand new Toyota Motor Corporation. Not Toyota, I'm sorry. I saw a brand new Coca-Cola Corporation, the big giant, like 1 million square foot warehouse there. They just moved and built a brand new warehouse in College Park, Georgia, not far from Tyler Perry's spot. Y'all hear what I just said? Tyler Perry opened up a big old film company. You got another huge film company. You got a lot of huge film companies opening up in Georgia. So what is my point? All of these companies are shifting and moving to better tax haven, better places that will protect them because they know the government is making them cut back. They don't want Toyota over here being the biggest automaker in the world anymore. They're like, we want that to be Ford, Chevrolet, and Chrysler. They want to get that title back to them. And they saying because America buys more cars than anywhere else on the planet. Y'all hear what I just said? So if we can get rid of Toyota and Nissan and Honda and make them cut back their sales, we're not going to allow them to make all our money anymore. You see what I'm saying? They're going to cut them off at the nipple. Y'all hear that? That's what tariffs is all about. So, okay, let's get back into the construction part. So now they're doing construction. So Donald Trump knows he wants to open the door to make sure his family, his daughters, children, and their great grandchildren's grandchildren will be trillionaires. Y'all hear what I just said? So what is he doing? He's opening the door up to get rid of all the competition. So think about it. What kind of competition is in construction? Okay, we're getting rid of China. We don't want no more Chinese house parts. In construction, there are a lot of brackets that hold houses together that's made in China. You see what I'm saying? There's so many brackets that you turn around and they gave all the steel companies to China. Now, America, like, we want to make our own steel. We want to make our own brackets. We want to make our own things that got to do with everything. So we're going to phase the Chinese out and we're going to start opening manufacturing spots up all over America that will make housing parts. So what else is going on? Man, my thoughts is going wild. I got so many things. Let me look at my paper, get back to that. So get rid of the Chinese. That opens the door up for construction parts to be made at home here in America. Who owns the construction here in America? White people, primarily white people. The guys that's riding around with the flags in the back of the trucks doing the shootings in all the schools. Those are the people who owns all the construction stuff. Those guys are all carpenters. All you gotta do is look it up. What do they do for a living? These are the guys that's running around with the guns, the carpenters. But anyway, so they want to make sure those guys continue to have money. They be able to move around and be business owners and continue to make tons of money. That's why Donald Trump is protecting them. He's not acknowledging that they're wrong, that they're terrorists or anything like that. So what else is going on? Okay, they playing the long game. America's playing the long game. What do I mean by the long game? I mean by the long game is they knew that they was going to take all this money back from all these overseas investors, all these overseas manufacturers. So they need to get rid of the Hispanics, because when you're talking about carpentry, you're talking about Hispanics make up a dominant number of people in America swinging hammers, building all the houses, right? So that's where this whole thing about a wall comes from. We got to get this wall up and go to war with the Hispanics because they're making too much money. That we're going to fix it to where they want to fix it to where their families is making more money than ever before in history so that they can always stay wealthy. But because of the tariffs, not the tariffs, but because of Donald Trump saying he wants to put that wall up, put it like this. When they decided that the baby boomers, it was time for the baby boomers to retire. Now I'm jumping all over the place. When the baby boomers start retiring, what ended up happening was they started selling their homes off because of the taxes, and they started moving all over the country, which opened the door up for a construction boom to start happening all over America. So now, because of the construction boom, there's not enough people that's here in America to do the work. So you hear what I'm saying? So they knew that this was going to happen. So what this means is if there's not enough people here in America to do the work, that means they can raise the prices of everything up. The cost of the labor becomes so expensive because there's not enough people to do the work. That pushes the cost of the houses up. Y'all hear what I just said? If the cost of the houses go up, then the cost of rent goes up. If the cost of rent goes up, then homelessness skyrockets. Y'all hear what I just said? So long game. What was I saying when I said long game? When they started playing the long game, they knew that they were going to do this a long time ago. So what they decided to do was, Shayna, how you doing, family? What they decided to do was, we don't want African Americans, black people, to benefit from the construction boom. So we're going to take all the trades out of the schools back in the late 80s. Y'all hear what I just said? They started the war on the trades, right? We're going to pull them out of the schools. But check this out. You ask yourself, when did they start pulling the trades out of the schools? And when did they start this pushing college thing? Y'all hear what I just said? They said, if we pull the trades out of the schools, what are we going to do with the students? We got to put them somewhere. They say, send them all to a place called college. Let's push this thing really hard. Let's make them pay for education so that they can get a job pushing buttons, not swinging hammers, not doing drywall, not doing gardening, not doing plumbing, not doing the things that their forefathers did, that they made money from, that they were all successful from. We're not going to let them continue to do that. We're going to tell them there's something better than trades. There's something better than having your own little business doing drywall or doing plumbing. We don't want you guys having plumbing companies no more. A lot of our grandfathers had plumbing companies. If you ever look into your history, you'll see a lot of our grandfathers and forefathers, they were all carpenters, plumbers, people like that, gardeners, and all these different things that had to do, welders, anything that had to do with the trade. So they said, we're going to stop all of that. Pull that out of the schools. Now, what are they doing? They played the long game. They pulled all of that out of the schools. Now, here we go. Decades later, your average black man don't even know what a socket wrench is. He don't even know what a screwdriver is, which screwdriver works to take the door handle off of the door. They don't even know how to change a flat tire, because they pulled all of that out of the schools. So good. Now you can count black people out when it comes down to construction, this construction boom. We can't bring them in because they don't have the trades. They don't know what they're doing. So we can't give them any jobs doing this kind of work, is what they're saying, right? So now everybody's smiling. Black people don't even count in the carpentry because we got smart. They got smart and said, we're going to replace carpentry with the colleges. Now everybody's going to the colleges, paying to get a job. Technically is what they're doing. So what are they doing? They're paying to get an education. They're going to school to get an education so that they can get a job. But it costs money to go to school. So now they're paying upwards of $50,000 a year to $300,000 for a 4 or 5 year college. It used to be 4-year education. Now it's a 5-year education. So, oh man, I can just keep going on and on and on. But anyway, I want to tie all this back in. Okay, let me push all this up. Anyway, so they knocked black people out the box. They got black people to this day thinking that you got a college degree, you're successful, you're smart, you're smarter than everybody else. Now those same smart people can't change light bulbs. They can't hang a ceiling fan in they room. They gotta hire white people to come out to their homes to fix stuff. So here we are talking about recycling black dollars. We're talking about building Black America. We're going to buy the block back, right? But yet when we buy the block back, we got to hire white people to come in here and do the developing. Y'all hear what I just said? Because we can't come in and put no drywall up. We can't come in, they say house flipping. When you ride by a black person flipping houses, he has all Hispanic or white employees doing all the labor. Now, labor makes up 70% of a construction project. Y'all hear what I just said? Probably more than that. So we can't win with that one. We flipping houses, but we really driving the other communities, not our own, because we do not want to teach our children. Not we, they teach black people not to do the trades. Black people don't want nothing to do with the trades because they keep trying to make it say, oh, that's like too close to slavery. You don't want to do that. Leave that alone. You need to go work for the people who don't like you and get you a good job from them making $50,000 a year. And people think that's cool. Oh, I got my doctorate. I'm a doctor. I got my master's degree. So what? I make $50,000. I'm better than you. You just jealous because I got my doctorate. I got my master's degree. I went to Howard. I went to Morehouse. I went to Southern, blah, blah, blah. No offense, family. I'm just breaking it down for y'all. Please don't get upset for me telling y'all the truth. So anyway, we're going to get back to what's going on. So now you're talking about Dita. How you doing? Shabril, yeah. How do I pronounce that right? How you doing? So what else is going on? So anyway, they faded black people away from the trades, which locks us out of this construction boom. You should be able, because of this construction boom, there is enough work to employ every black person in America and pay them $60,000, $70,000 a year, or for every black person in America to start a business in construction and make 7 figures a year. Did y'all hear what I just said? That is how much money is being spent right now on real estate, because Donald Trump has opened the pathway up for it to make a lot of money and create wealth for everyone. Y'all share this video for me if you can. I appreciate that. Dude, I'm doing this thing called a watch party, so I don't know what I did or what's going on. I don't see all my messages. I'm trying to figure out what my message is at. I see a couple of them, but I don't think that's all of them. But anyway. So anyway, we over here buying black. We over here buying the block back. We over here recycling black dollars. We're very conscious of spending money on our own community. So now, because we've so programmed that we only want to buy black. So if I flip houses, that means I gotta hire white people because it ain't a lot of black people who do the carpentry. Y'all hear what I just said? So some people are not into that because they don't want to hire white people, right? But anyway, let's talk solutions, family. The solutions is put our people into the trades again so that they can be wealthy, not get a good job. I see my homeboy Chico's on here. Started a construction thing going on in Compton. Teach the gang members, the ex-gang members, how to swing hammers. Teach them how to make an honest living. and start their own businesses so that they can be wealthy. Not have a good job, but be wealthy and hire their friends. So what do we got here now? Okay, I talked about the wall. Let me check some of this stuff off. We talked about the whole purpose of the wall Donald Trump is building. Tim, how you doing? The whole purpose of the wall is to push the Hispanics out of the construction market, because what's going on when the Hispanics realize that, man, America's over there, the baby boomers are retiring, and America has decided to get rid of its black people out of the housing market. So they're going to take the homes from them, right? So what did they do? They turned around and the Hispanics realized that America's over here trying to build affordable housing. So what are they doing now? Because of all these houses are being built, all these high rises being built, all these construction projects being built, you got a huge amount of Hispanics coming over here trying to get jobs, because that's what they know. The Hispanics know how to swing a hammer. The Hispanics know how to build houses. They know how to work on cars. That's all they got over there pretty much, is working with their hands, because you will always eat. As long as you got a trade, you will always eat. You don't have to work for nobody if you got a trade. Y'all hear what I just said? Let me repeat myself. If you have a job, put a little twist on it. If you have a job working for someone with your college degree and you get fired, you get laid off, or you get cut back, you will be out of work. You will have to go back to school, because that's all you know, because you have a degree. But if you have a trade and you lose your job, get laid off, or get a cutback, you can go home and start a business doing things to yourself. You hear what I just said? So if you're working for a developer and you over here building Donald Trump houses, these mansions over here on top of the hill, looking over at the ocean or something, and Donald Trump could make some cutbacks and he lays you off, you're going to have a pocket full of phone numbers of people who saw you over there hanging drywall, hanging ceiling fans, putting roofs on top of $1 million mansions. So they're going to ask you, how much do you charge to come over to my house and do that same kind of work? I need you to build me a little 4,000 square foot house. I don't want a 30,000 square foot house like Donald Trump over here building. I just need a 4,000 square foot house over here in Compton, blah, blah, blah. So these people are saying they can't wait to leave the job. I'm willing to pay you guys cash up front if you could just come over and do my work, because I can't find nobody to do it. So you will always eat if you have a trade. In fact, if you have a trade and you're working for someone and you lose your job, that may actually work out to be a blessing, because now you can start a business doing it yourself with some of these phone numbers that people have been giving you to come over and help them with their construction project. They're like, look, we got an ADU. I'm going to put an assisted dwelling unit in my backyard because I'm going to move my children back to the house, and I'm going to put them over the garage, and I don't want them in my house. I want them to have their own little apartment in the backyard. So ADUs, family assistant or accessory dwelling unit. So all of a sudden, they're like, shoot, we can go over there and knock that out. That ain't but 1,000 or 500 square feet. We can do that real quick. And they didn't took up the housing cost of construction and push the cost through the roof. Now you can charge a lot more money. So anyway, we're going to go back into that some more. So tariffs, we talked about tariffs. All the corporations, a lot of the corporations that are not American-owned corporations are moving. We talk about they went to the black school districts and killed the trades, right? We talked about that. We're talking about what's going on with affordable housing. We talked about homelessness is at an all-time high because of what's going on. Oh, let's talk about homelessness a little bit more. We're going to tie homelessness. Wait a minute. Let me see what's going on. What you say here? LeVar, what education are people about the transportation business? Okay. Wisdom. I appreciate that piece. Anyway, so we're going to talk about, okay, y'all heard the word opportunity zones. A lot of people excited about opportunity zones. A lot of people scared about opportunity zones. What does it mean? They have came up with construction laws, real estate laws that says, hey, if you have a house or a piece of real estate, whether it's a high-rise building or it's a piece of dirt, everything in between that, and you sell it and you got a lot of taxes that you got to pay on that money, then you more than welcome to bring it over to any one of these opportunity zones all around America, and you don't have to pay taxes for a number of years, if at all. So what does that mean? Now you got a lot of developers saying, dang, when I sell that building for $5 million, I'm gonna turn around and I have to pay $1 million, hypothetically speaking, $1 million in taxes. So if I take that $1 million that I would have had to pay, I can go over to Compton, or I can go over to the West End in Atlanta, Georgia, or I can go over to the neighborhoods in New York and spend $1 million on a couple of them houses that's boarded up or that's falling down or something like that, and I can turn around then I can turn around and invest that $1 million into one of these houses over in Compton or the West End or in any black city in America, black neighborhoods in America, in Chicago. So by the way, all the opportunity zones, family, are in black neighborhoods all around America. So yes, we are at real estate warfare all over America, and opportunity zones is the war tool they're using. So now like I said, you got wealthy people who are walking off with tax dollars, coming to the black communities, buying stuff up, tearing down stuff, pushing black people out so that they can make more money and save money on that $1 million that they made, or that $100 million that they can turn around and keep that money now and make even more money because they over here flipping houses in black communities, investing that tax dollars. So that's why when you look at these houses in these black communities, you see massive developments all up and down Crenshaw Boulevard in Atlanta, up Abernathy Boulevard, all out here in Georgia. All out here in Georgia. You go to Louisiana, you see construction. You go to DC is construction. Y'all know I've been all over the country to write my book. Here we go right here, Monetizing Gentrification. Let me get y'all a copy over here. I forgot it was sitting here. That's why I wrote the book, y'all, so I could talk about it and break it down. Monetizing Gentrification. Matter of fact, it's $32 to your door if you're in America. If you're outside of America, hit me up and most likely add another $25 on top of the $25 for the book. If you're in America, it's $7 to ship it to your house and to the door. $32. So you can cash app me right now if you like. Money sign Thomas T.J. Lofton, cash app, $25. I'm sorry, $32. And I'll ship you a signed copy of this book breaking down the game that I'm talking about right now. So let me get back to it. So we talked about opportunity zones. People, or all the black communities around America, are opportunity zones. Okay, we talked about that. So let me see here. What else we got? Okay, so now, because of all the construction that's going on, they're telling black people, because of all the construction that's going on all over the country, they're saying, hey, homelessness is at an all-time high. Because what happens? Are people stuck on 401k instead of control their own retirement? Keep teaching businesses, teach ownership. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. See, a lot of our people, if y'all got a question for me, type it in, by the way. I don't want y'all to think I'm just talking this whole thing through. I'm here for solutions and solve problems. And I need to know about things that I don't know about that y'all know about. Candy, how you doing? So affordable housing, right? What they're doing now is, because of all this construction, when a person comes into you, let me tell y'all how real estate works. I'm gonna break down real estate, y'all. Oh man, I can really go deep on it, but I'm gonna save it for the documentary. But let me break down real estate lightly for you. If you come into a neighborhood where the houses are worth $300,000, hypothetically speaking, a lot of y'all like, where's the $300,000 house at? I want one. So if you got a neighborhood where the existing homes, like Compton, California, hypothetically speaking, the houses are $300,000. Hypothetically speaking, I know I'm off. I'm just making up a number. So if a house costs $300,000 for a 1912 built house that's got a little work done to it, new carpet, new granite on the countertops, but not fully rehabbed, but it's just a nice house that you would consider buying. and it's worth $300,000. If that's the normal median home price in Compton, then or in Atlanta or in Philadelphia, $300,000. So now, if I come into that same neighborhood and build a house right next door, brand new 2019, that house is going to be worth about $450,500 because it's brand new. So now I sell a house for $500,000 in that same neighborhood. Then the next house goes for $550,000. Then the next house goes for $575,000. Then the next house goes for $650,000, and it keeps going up because I'm building houses bigger and bigger, and I got the comps now. I got 3 comps. To take 3 comps, a comp is the last house that sold. So if the last house brand new sold for $550,000, and the one after that sold for $575,000, and the one after that sold for $600,000, that means the median home price for a brand new house in this area of Compton is going to be $575,000. So if someone that opens the door for them to build bigger homes. If that house at $575,000, $600,000 was only 2,200 square feet, now I can come in there and build a 3,500 square feet house for $725,000, $750,000. Y'all hear what I just said? Because we got comps to go with it. So what does that mean? Now that's pulling the prices of the houses up. So that little $300,000 house that was barely, looking okay, had new countertops or whatever, it ain't worth $300,000 no more because now they got $750,000 worth of houses that on the same block. So that house that was worth $300,000 is gonna jump up to about $550,000 now. Y'all hear what I just said? It ain't done nothing to it. It's just the new construction brings up the value of old construction. Y'all hear what I just said? So now the old houses are got a lot of equity in it because of all the new construction. So what's happening now? That opens the door for landlords to say, well, hey, they just bought that brand new house next door for $700,000. My house is the same size as that house, but it's an old house. Wow, if they want $700,000 for that house, I want $550,000 for mine, $600,000 if I can get it. And people paying it because they want that area. Because now they got all these new houses being built. Everybody wants to be in a new area. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So now they pushing the price of real estate up all the way through the roof. So now your average house in LA is for a newer house, it's like almost $1 million. Starts at $1 million probably, right? So now because I got to rewind it back some. Y'all share this video for me or y'all pick up a copy of this book, Monetizing Gentrification, Building Black Ownership. I gave up the game, y'all. Bitch, I did a 15-state tour last year to write this book. I had to go around and see for myself what was going on, family. And because of that, it opened the door up for me to get big speaking engagements because people like this cat really knows his real estate, which is why I'll be at the We Buy Black conference. I'm one of the keynote speakers this month. What is that, the 23rd, 4th, and the 5th or something like that? I'll be on main stage on Sunday, and I'll be doing workshops in the back on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So y'all come on out and go ahead on to We Buy Black and register because I'm finna give up a whole lot of game, family. When you come in there, it's like I'm giving up some game now. I'm giving this game up because there's too many homeless people now. So what does this got to do with anything? How do I tie that in? People need to know what's going on. That's what's going on, family. So what's happening? So now because houses had hit $1 million in Compton, LA, places like that, hypothetically speaking, now landlords are also saying, well, shoot, if people buying these brand new houses, investors are buying the brand new houses, the $700,000, $750,000, $1 million houses, and they renting them out, getting $6,000 and $7,000 a month, that opens the door up. If this house is 3,500 square feet, and it's a $1 million house, and he getting $7,500 a month, and my house is the same square footage, and it's next door, and I'm over here getting $1,200 because the lady been in here for the last 30 years. I'm thinking, y'all average investors thinking like, shoot, you telling me I can get $6,000 a month for this house because the whole neighborhood didn't change and all these white folks is moving in and they willing to pay more money? Google's in the neighborhood locally, Facebook, Tesla, Instagram, Hulu, Netflix, all these cats is in this area. and they willing to pay $6,000, $7,000 a month for rent, they kicking grandma out. They like, sorry, granny, I'm sorry, but hey, we need to make all this bread that we can while we can, is what they're doing. So now you got this high homelessness thing going up because grandma ain't never thought about leaving. She can't go across the street and rent nothing. She can't go around the corner and rent nothing because everybody's doing it. Everybody's raising the prices up. So that's where homelessness comes from. So now, because of the large homelessness, they're talking about, oh, okay, well, we got grandma, we got to build some affordable housing. The developer, the people, the city people know that the cause of homelessness is all the construction. So they're saying, well, let's hold up on some of the construction. Let's put brakes on the construction, right? So all of a sudden, people are saying, let's stop the construction because it's pushing a whole lot of homelessness. But now you got other people who got money saying, well, I ain't got no 700,000. I can't afford to pay $500,000 or $1 million for a house. So I need y'all to build some affordable houses, right? So now they saying, oh yeah, we can build you some affordable houses. But if the median home price is 900,000, hypothetically speaking, then affordable is 700. Y'all hear what I just said? If the average house in this area of, hypothetically speaking, Compton or the West End in Atlanta or in New York and Harlem, hypothetically speaking, just making up numbers, throwing stuff out there to paint a picture for y'all. They're saying if the median home price is 700,000, or I'm sorry, 900,000, then affordable housing can start off at 700,000. So here we go again. It's a bamboozle. So they're saying affordable housing so that they can continue to build houses. So here's the thing, y'all. It's all a game. That's all it is. The only way we're going to win in this economy, family, is if you build your own houses. If you learn how to play the game. You got to learn how to put your children in school to be a land developer. Put your children in school to be a carpenter. Put your children in school to be swing a hammer. Put yourself, learn how to swing a hammer and start a business. You understand what I'm saying? That's the solution, family. We got to start starting businesses in these industries. We can't continue to sit around and say, oh, I'm gonna just move. We got people moving from California to Georgia, then they moving from Georgia to Alabama, and then in another decade, they're gonna be moving out of Alabama because Alabama gonna be too expensive. Why? Because they know that you don't know the game, and they're gonna keep pushing you to where you can't go nowhere else but homelessness. You hear what I just said? So that's what's going on all around the country, family. Share that video for me, and share this video for me, and let's keep this thing going, family. Solutions. I broke it down in this book, family. $32. Go on the website, thomastjlofton.com. Pick up the book, Monetizing Gentrification, Building Black Ownership. It's only $32 to your door, or you can cash at me. Money sign Thomas TJ Lofton. It's on my face. It's on my page right now, on my Facebook page. Money sign Thomas TJ Lofton. Or if you want to give me a tip for my knowledge, my game that I just dropped on y'all, or if I said something that helped you, I appreciate the cash app that somebody just sent me. You know, I appreciate the second cash app. I appreciate y'all. You know, it takes a lot for me to go digging and do this research, family, and try to be able to come and give a Facebook Live and tell people what's going on, to share some insight to better help us as a people. You know what I'm saying? So that people can understand what's happening and make better financial decisions. So what else can we go into? I was talking to some people today, and people are always talking about, I took such and such class. I've been coached by such and such. I went to the wealth summit over at such and such. I went to a wealth summit over there. I went to a wealth building over there. I went to a black building wealth over there. Family, now black are desperate and they're looking to make money. Why are they desperate? Because housing prices are skyrocketing and people are getting cash for keys. People are selling their houses for cheap, and people got a lot of money, family. We got the baby boomers retiring. We got baby boomers dying, and they're leaving their real estate to their children. And the children are saying, we don't ever want to be broke again. So I'm going to take this $500,000 that I got from my mom's house, my dad's, my parents' house, my grandparents' house, and I want to invest it. So now you got white people throwing wealth conferences all over the country in black neighborhoods primarily, and you fill up the room with black people, and they are screwing people over like crazy, saying, oh, well, shoot, won't you just give me the $500,000, let me invest it for you in some real estate, and then all of a sudden the people disappear with the money. This is the games, the strategies they pulling on black people because they know black people got more money right now in 2019 than we ever had before in history. Do not listen to the news with all this BS they running. You know what I'm saying? They are running a major wealth game on us, and they know that we don't know the game to it. That's why I'm teaching these classes. That's why I do these Facebook Lives. That's why I travel the country doing all this speaking so that we won't get beat, so that we'll understand what's going on. So when you see it, you'll identify it. So now you got a lot of people teaching wealth classes that ain't never had wealth, that ain't never made wealth. You like, well, this guy is wealthy. He knows how to make money, TJ. You don't know what you're talking about. Hold on. Just because a person comes in to a person playing football comes into $100 million from playing football, and he got $10 million from Nike and $50 million from Sony to wear his earphones or something like that. That don't make him a great real estate investor that you should go take his training class. Y'all hear what I just said? Yeah, he flew in on a private jet. Yeah, he got a $30 million house, mansion. Yeah, he got a yacht worth 10, 15 million, but that don't mean he know how to teach a wealth class because he did not make his money off of real estate, because he did not teach a real estate business. So when you tell me, oh, TJ, Steve Harvey teaching investment classes and this person teaching investment classes, my first question is, how did they make their money? Oh, well, man, he got a brand new Rolls Royce, TJ. He got a big old mansion next door to the Kardashians. You didn't answer my question. How did he make his money? Oh, well, he got a lot of real estate. Where did he get the money to get all that real estate? Oh, well, I don't know. Did he have money before? Oh, he played football. Did he have money before football? No, he was in the project. He graduated. He was living in the project. Then he went to the university, HBCU. Then he got a pro football contract for $50 million. Now he worth $118 million. So he teaching us how to create wealth. No, he ain't never created wealth. He play if he teaching you how to make millions of dollars playing football, take the class. If he teaching you how to slam dunk the basketball and become a millionaire in basketball, take his class, because that's his expertise. But anybody walking into the game of investments with 10, 20, 100 million and talking about I'm a great investor, that ain't how things work. They ain't worried about no credit. They ain't worried about getting no loan, so they can't teach you all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So y'all, I can keep going on and on with this. You got to watch who's teaching you something. So when you look at me, and how did I learn about all this real estate? I'm ground up. I'm from the roots, family. I learned the hard way. I had to be taught. People taught me. I made my $1 million off of real estate. I made millions of dollars off of building cars. I didn't get no football contracts. No, I wasn't no rapper successful. I had to bootstrap it. I had to go out here and buy a $15,000 house, buy a $30,000 house, renting them out. Then they didn't have no thing called equity back then. There was no equity when I was buying houses. Y'all hear what I just said? I've been buying houses since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Early 90s. There was no thing called equity back in them days. You'd be hard pressed trying to find a house with equity. You know what I'm saying? So, when you fighting over foreclosures or something, what we got here? We'd have to do that on another day, good brother. I'm kind of talking about what's going on in the economy right now with real estate investments and people talking about they ain't making no money, that training classes didn't work, and real estate this. Family, this is the biggest money game on the planet right now. It's not the medical marijuana. It's not the Bitcoin. It's real estate, family. We are at historical times in real estate, and it's just plain and simple. But that's why they're throwing these distractions out. They don't want you to turn around and get into the real estate sit and hold if they want they want you to get in real estate, but they'll tell you about flipping houses where you don't own nothing. You flipping the house, you buying it today for 50,000, 100,000, and you putting 20, 30, or 100 into it, and then boom, tomorrow you sell it for 350, and you walk off with 150 cash, and you smiling and laughing, and you pay your taxes, and or unless you roll it back into another opportunity zone, then you keeping the ball rolling. But the reality is, are you owning anything? I mean, you own stuff for about 3 months until you flip it, but the end game is to sit and hold real estate, family. We are no longer in a flipping economy. If you absolutely just definitely need to have the money, then go ahead and flip your property. But other than that, we in a buy and hold economy, meaning the houses, you may buy them today for 100,000, and then tomorrow that same house will be worth $1 million because they have changed the blueprint of real estate. This is why I wrote the book, Monetizing Gentrification, Cash App, money sign, Thomas T.J. Lofton, $32 to your door. Don't forget to put your address on there, family. Thank you for that Cash App donation. I just saw that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So we got to pay attention, family. So what else am I missing right now? Am I talking about everything? So solutions. Y'all know it's important we talk about solutions. You should not be talking about the problem without offering some solutions. Solutions. Home Depot got free classes. Teach you how to hang ceiling fans, do tile floors, granite countertops, things like that. Enroll yourself and your children into some type of carpentry class. I got TJ's Toolbox I'm teaching. Y'all want to bring me to your city, state, or country and let me come in there and teach y'all the game on real estate, teach your young people real estate or the automotive industry, we can do that. If you want me to come out and teach you, if you want to take one of my online training classes, reach out to me. 310-619-3954. Again, 310-619-3954. If you want to take one of my training classes, if you would like me to coach you, take me on as your coach and help you to do some big projects, whether it's building some tract homes or building your own residential property. By the way, y'all, it's cheaper to build a house than it is to buy a house. I want y'all to know that. Y'all got to understand that. Quit moving out of y'all states because you can't find nothing affordable. It's cheaper to build a house than it is to buy a house. You may not be able to afford. Remember, this is one of my sayings from back in the days. You may not be able to afford to buy a house in that neighborhood, but you definitely can afford to build one in that neighborhood. Y'all hear what I just said? Repeat after me. You may not be able to afford to buy a house in that neighborhood, but you can definitely afford to build one. Y'all remember that. So quit leaving the state because you can't afford to buy a house. Quit moving far away. Now, if you sitting in the middle of down in Atlanta, in the middle of LA, no, you may not be able to find a vacant lot to build a house. They down there buying little cheap houses, tearing those down. You know what I'm saying? Building up the houses they really want. We are in a construction game now, y'all. The key to the real estate is being in construction, family. That's where the game is at right now. You want to make money in real estate, you want to own a home, you better learn how to build. So if you want to bring me out to teach you the game, give me a call, area code 310-619-3954. If you want to take my training or my coaching, reach out to me, 310-619-3954. If you want to buy a book and you overseas or something like that, reach out to me. Hold on one second. I thought I had a flyer over there. Give me some water, y'all. Y'all know you got to drink water. Whoo, stay hydrated. It's hot in Atlanta, y'all. Oh, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say something funny here. When I'm in LA and I see roaches crawling around, whenever I'm at certain people's houses or in certain areas, you'll see a roach running around. And then I always think of grabbing a shoe, right? I see roaches out of state when I'm in Georgia and I don't look for a shoe. I'm like, go get the shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Damn bugs is big out here. I was like, wow, these bugs eat good on the East Coast or down south. But anyway, that's my little sidebar. Y'all got any questions for me? Anyway, y'all, so support your good brother if you like to make a donation for my knowledge, for me taking the time out to share with y'all. Or like I did today, I went over to the high school and chopped it up with our young people. And most importantly, I was able to give them some books. Y'all hear what I just said? I was able to drop off books, a book to help them young people out. New Birth. I couldn't get a whole school one, but it feels good to be able to give out whatever I could give out. If y'all want to help and support something like that, y'all more than welcome to cash at me, money sign, Thomas T.J. Lofton, Loftin, Loftin, Thomas T.J. Lofton. Actually, it's at the top of the page on Facebook. So anyway, y'all reach out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all reach out to me and let's change the world. Who we got on YouTube? Oh, I forgot I was on my YouTube following, my YouTube family. It's good to be back on YouTube, y'all. I've been running around so long, I didn't have my big desktop. So anyway, family, y'all see that ceiling fan? I always talk about it. People who know how to hang. During all this construction market, all these people are building houses like crazy. People buying brand new houses, putting their ceiling fans in them like crazy. And they paying a lot of money. They want a ceiling fan in every room. Then they got 10 rooms. You know what I'm saying? They want to hang a TV on the wall in every room, and they got 7 rooms. And they want one in the garage and one in the backyard, you know? So people are making money hand over fist doing simple things. You ain't got to go to college, get no super degree, pay no $200,000-$300,000 for no education. If it's not free, family, if college is not free, you don't need to be going. Learn how to do a trade. Bring me on as a coach. Bring me on, learn from me. I will teach you how to make $1 million in business. I will teach you how to become wealthy because I'm going to roll you right into construction. I'm going to roll you into the auto industry. I'm going to roll you into real estate investments. If that's the, I'm sorry, into entrepreneurship where all the money is being made, family. In my book, Monetizing Gentrification, it's not about talking about gentrification. It's talking about gentrification as a springboard to build Black ownership. Why is that? Why is that? Because it's important that we know what's going on and we make money off of it. That's why I wrote this book, to help us learn how to make money. But at the same time, I have my training classes, family. I do webinars. You know, it's just a lot of good information that I have that I share. What's up, Lisa? I've been coaching people for a long time, helping them to create success. And family, you do not no longer have to go to college. You do not have to go to college, family, to make wealth, to get a good job, because we got too many college people out of work, family. And if you sitting there thinking, oh, you got a good degree, a good education, and you found a job, well, good for you, but that's not the norm. The masses of the people is having a problem, family. The masses of the college students coming out of school is having a problem. So we cannot continue the same path of destruction, trying to send 100% of our babies off to a university. Y'all hear what I just said? The school system is designed to send 100% of our babies to a university, but less than 20% of them going. So here's a solution to that. We got to put these trades back into the schools, just like the white schools are doing. I was at Camp Creek Middle School today. They putting the wood shop back in the school, and that's the start of something big, I hope. We're going to keep pushing these Black schools to put all the trades back into the schools, and I get to go up to these schools and talk about entrepreneurship. We don't want no jobs, family. We want to start businesses. So that's why I'm here as a coach, a trainer, a speaker, talking about the things that we need to know that we can make money. When I was talking to those young people today, I told them I put some screws in the bag, and I bought the screws for $5 for 100 screws, and I turned around and stuck them in the bag and put a 64 Chevy on it and sold it for $125. They were looking at me like, what? You really? For real? It's like, it was that simple. Like, yep. It's simple things. It's simple things going on, family. It's simple things. I was telling them I was working on a house the other day. My friend was like, the gardener wanted $100, $150 to cut the grass. I was like, man, I'll do it for $100. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting around not doing nothing. Give me $100. I'll cut your grass for you. take me an hour to cut the grass, why not? Shit, I ain't cut grass in a long time, and I learned a lot. But I wanted to record myself doing it. I wanted to videotape while I was out there, and I just got so caught up with trying to make it perfectionist and all that kind of stuff. But my point is, we can have young people. 10-year-olds need to be cutting grass. You know what I'm saying? We need to have the next door neighbor's son need to be over here cutting my grass or cutting your grass, family, because we need to be giving them that money. You know, anyway, family, I go on and on and on and on and on and on. But anyway, I see y'all if y'all in Atlanta, Georgia, I appreciate that Cash App y'all sent me. If y'all in Atlanta, Georgia, and you out here on the 23rd, 4th, and 5th, come on out. I'll be at the We Buy Black conference speaking on the main stage, as well as giving a workshop in the back. I got a lot to talk about, so come on out, family. I appreciate y'all support, y'all donations. If you'd like to make a donation, you can go to my Facebook page, and you'll see it on there. # Thomas T.J. Lofton. Y'all got any questions for me before I get out of here? I see I've been on here 1 hour and 10 minutes. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Allison, how you doing, family? Whitney, how you doing? Jamie, did I get everybody? Miss Porto in the house. New Birth, Nigel, we got all y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's a lot of amazing things going on, family. So we got to stay connected. I'm going to try to do more Facebook Lives. Construction, family. Learn construction. Learn automotive. Learn entrepreneurship. That's where all the money is. Don't just learn it. Don't just start a business. Don't just go looking for a job. Start a business in the family. Peace. I'm out of here.